Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, speed, and ideas. You want a translation? They talk fast, think faster, and can sell you a pen, even if you're a digital artist. Geminis are curious, witty, adaptable, and yes, a little chaotic in the cutest way possible. They're the twins of the Zodiac, not because they're two-faced, but because there's always two versions of them at once. The sweet talker and the deep thinker. The calm breeze and the full-on hurricane. Welcome to the Gemini Zone, where conversations jump from aliens to avocado toast in 3 seconds, and one brain is never enough. Let's dive into the magical, messy, and mind-blowing world of the most misunderstood zodiac sign, Gemini. So, you've met a Gemini, and now you're wondering if they're your soulmate or a walking contradiction. Spoiler alert, it's both. Ever spent a day with a Gemini? 8 a.m. I want to move to Bali and live off the grid. 8:05 a.m. Actually, let's start a podcast. By noon, they've changed careers, redecorated their room, and bought concert tickets for a band they just discovered. Geminis are like Wi-Fi signals. Always connecting, always moving, sometimes glitchy. But you'll never be bored. Ever. Their superpower? Making any conversation feel like a TED Talk and a stand-up show, all in one. Dating a Gemini? Buckle up, Buttercup. They'll flirt with you using Shakespeare quotes, conspiracy theories, and memes. They don't just want romance. They want banter. Mental stimulation is their love language. But be warned. If your conversations consist of WYD and K, they'll vanish faster than your motivation on Monday. Geminis crave freedom, not control. If you trust them, give them space and match their wit. They'll give you a love story full of laughs, late-night talks, and random dance breaks. Let's talk famous Geminis, shall we? Kanye West. Creative genius or chaos king? Yes. Angelina Jolie. Mysterious, versatile, powerful. Johnny Depp. Literally plays multiple people for a living. Naomi Campbell. Tom Holland. Marilyn Monroe. Tupac. All iconic. All unpredictable. All Gemini. They prove that Geminis don't follow rules. They rewrite them. Okay. No zodiac sign is perfect. Geminis ghost people, overthink everything, and sometimes talk so much they forget what they were saying. They might cancel plans just because a better plan popped up 3 minutes ago. And yes, they can be indecisive. Like, do I want pizza or sushi? Should I break up or get matching tattoos? But at the end of the day, it's not because they don't care. It's because they care about everything. Once. If a Gemini is your friend, you're blessed. They're the type to call you at 2 a.m. just to say, "Guess what I just thought of?" They remember your birthday, your cat's name, and the weird thing you said 6 months ago, because their brain is a data vault of randomness. Geminis are the glue in group chats, the vibe setters at parties, and the first to suggest a spontaneous road trip. If you ever need advice, they'll give you 3 different options and change their mind halfway through. But somehow, it works. Here's the truth. Geminis are not two-faced. They're multi-layered. They don't lack depth. They're just too deep to be one thing. They don't fake emotions. They filter them through logic, humor, and sarcasm. Geminis are thinkers, feelers, question askers, dream chasers, and midnight overanalyzers. And while people try to figure them out, Geminis are already on to the next big idea. And just when you think you've finally understood a Gemini, BAM, they show you a whole new side of themselves. One moment, they're quoting philosophers. Next moment, they're sending you a cat meme titled, "Existential Crisis at 3 a.m., cat face with tears of joy." That's the beauty of being friends, or in love, with a Gemini. You're never bored. They'll challenge your thoughts, spark your curiosity, and drag you on spontaneous adventures you'll talk about for years. Gemini's superpower? Adaptability. They're like chameleons with Wi-Fi. Put them in a room full of strangers and in 5 minutes they'll know everyone's star sign, life goals, and embarrassing high school story. They love connecting with people. Geminis don't just talk, they engage. They'll ask you a random question like, if you were a punctuation mark, which one would you be? And then somehow turn that into a 2-hour conversation about life and purpose. You'll never look at semicolons the same again. Briefcase, let's talk work and creativity. Geminis are idea factories. They might be writing a novel, editing a YouTube video, planning a business, and learning to play the ukulele, all in 1 week. They work best when they have room to explore. Repetitive routines? Nope. Freedom, flexibility, and space to experiment? Yes. Give a Gemini a little space and some Wi-Fi, and they'll come back with a brand, a podcast, and a conspiracy theory. Red heart in love. They're all in, until they're not. Geminis fall fast. Mentally, they need someone who stimulates their mind before touching their heart. Flirty? Definitely. Loyal? When they find someone who truly gets them. They're not afraid of love. They're just afraid of boredom. So if you're spontaneous, fun, and can handle the occasional identity shift, you're perfect Gemini material. Love letter. Books, random Gemini facts you didn't ask for but you'll love. They talk with their hands. A lot. They get emotionally attached to playlists. They always know the tea but pretend they don't care. Their browser has 37 open tabs, and all of them are interesting. Their brain? A mix of chaos, genius, and memes. A little chaos never hurt anyone. Geminis bring a little bit of beautiful chaos into the world. They shake things up. They challenge the status quo. They ask, why not? When the world says, just be normal. But guess what? The world doesn't need more normal. It needs Geminis, with all their duality, depth, and dazzling unpredictability. If you're a Gemini watching this, you are magic. Even if the world doesn't always get you, don't ever dull your sparkle. Stay curious. Keep questioning. Keep evolving. Because the world? It needs your weird, your wonder, your what-ifs. And let's be honest, if we could bottle up Gemini energy, we'd probably power an entire city and start a new podcast at the same time. They're the human version of, I had a thought at 3 a.m. and now I'm rebranding my life. They're always evolving, always curious. Geminis don't just think outside the box. They redesign the box, question why it exists, then turn it into a spaceship and fly away. And oh, the stories they tell. Ever heard a Gemini tell a story? It's not just a story, it's a performance. They'll give you voices, hand gestures, dramatic pauses. They'll have you laughing, crying, and questioning your own existence in under 3 minutes. But that's the thing. Geminis feel deeply, even when they act like it's all just fun and games. They use humor as a love language. And if they let you into their inner world, that's a rare and beautiful gift. The Gemini glow up. Sure, people say Geminis are unpredictable. But isn't that just code for brilliantly multifaceted? One minute they're overthinking their horoscope, the next they're building a digital empire from their phone. Mobile phone light bulb. They're the friend who inspires you to go after your wildest dreams. Who says, "Why not?" when everyone else says, "You can't." And yeah, they might leave your text on read. But when they do reply, it's with a voice note that feels like a TED Talk and a comedy show in one. What the world can learn from Gemini. Sparkles to stay open to change. Sparkles to speak your truth, even if it comes out in 5 different accents. Sparkles to embrace all your sides, even the ones that don't match. Sparkles and to always keep learning. Because life's too short to be predictable. Too short to only be one version of yourself. Geminis are proof that we're allowed to evolve. That being too much is actually just being authentically you. So to every Gemini out there, keep being a little weird, a little wild, a little wonderful. You were never meant to fit into one mold. You were meant to break them all and make your own constellation in the sky. Thank you for the chaos. Thank you for the laughter. Thank you for being you. If this video felt like a fun roller coaster through the galaxy, leave a shooting star emoji in the comments. Tag your favorite Gemini and tell them they're a national treasure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because next up, we're diving into the world of Cancers, and trust me, you'll need tissues. Until then, keep shining, Gemini stars. You are the moment.